So 1022 is back to its lovely silver scopedness, so it actually all matches now. I was always a bit gutted that the 1022's got a stainless steel barrel and an aluminium receiver. It looks so, well, I don't know, the two materials are so very different. But anyway, here's a Tasco scope, which I know is cheap. Let this thing focus. It's a Tasco scope. I'll add the label for the scope on an insert here somewhere, and this is what it looks like close up. It's all fitted and rough zeroed. So it's all good. The rifle is looking as it should do. So just a quick run over of the specs. We'll use my daughter's selfie stick as a pointer. This is a Boyd's tactical wooden stock finished in green, and it has a textured finish all over it. I'll give you a quick zoom in. You can see. It'll take it a minute for the camera to focus once it's zoomed all the way in, if it focuses at all, but there you go, you can see the texture on the stock. It's actually quite nice. It gives you a little bit of grip. It doesn't look too bad. Here, I took out the original nasty plastic 1022 trigger group that came with a 50th anniversary rifle, and they put a plastic trigger group housing in it and replaced it with an original 1022 metal trigger group that has a power custom hammer, disconnect and sear, I believe, inside it, and also, as you can see, auto bolt lockback and extended magazine release. The original plastic one had an extended magazine release on it anyway, and I'd modified that so that it did the bolt lockback thing. There is a Harris bipod at the front, which is I think 6 to 9 inches. There's a cheap eBay flash hider on the front, because the original ring that came to protect the thread on the end of the barrel, it didn't matter how tight you did it up, it just kept coming loose all the time. So I deliberately bought an aluminium flash hider so that I could screw it down nice and tight and no, it wouldn't come undone anymore. And we have the Tasco 4 to 16 by 40 objective adjustable, or parallax adjustable silver scope sitting on top of it. The only other thing I'd like to add to this rifle would be a heavier stainless steel barrel, but they're very expensive, upwards of £300, sometimes £400, depending on where you find them. That's the state of the 1022. It shoots okay. Obviously it's a semi-auto recoil operated rifle, so it's not the most accurate rifle in the world, but I can do 2 and 3 inch groups, or 2 inch groups at 25 yards unsupported, standing, relatively easy enough. 50 yards prone, you can normally get at least a 1 inch group with 10 shots. 100 yards prone, it's a 1.5 to 2 inch group with 10 shots, using CCI Blazer. We've got some CCI standard velocity, got 1,000 rounds of that. I shall give that a bash for a few shoots. But tonight I normally only get to shoot about 20 or 30 shots because it's kind of an open day. So a lot of people turn up and we don't get to shoot much, but it's worth the drive for a shoot. But that's the state of the 1022 now. It's almost to the point where I wouldn't want to do anything else to it. Like I say, aside from a heavier barrel. But that's an awful lot of money to spend on a, £400. Is an awful lot of money to spend on a rifle that only costs $450. Thanks for taking the time to watch, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.